Hey everybody, let's talk about money. We call it Money 101, the fundamentals of money. And most of you have played sports before. You know what a playbook is. It's kind of plays designed for success, whether it's a touchdown, a goal, or some other type of play. And that's what we're going to kind of talk to you about, ways that you could eventually achieve financial success in a broadly defined topic. Now, one of the core concepts that we want to teach is we call it living within your means. And here's some extreme examples that regardless of how much money you make, if you don't spend less than what you make, you could wind up in deep financial straits. So here's some famous examples. I'm sure we have some football fans out there. You probably know Antonio Brown. He's potentially a Hall of Famer. He made 7 Pro Bowls, won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. He made $80 million from his NFL salary, and he had extra money in endorsements. But yet he went bankrupt. Bankrupt is when you owe people money, more money than what you have, and you don't pay what's promised. For example, let's say a mortgage payment. Here are some other extreme examples. Curt Schilling, another potential Hall of Famer in baseball. He earned $115 million from his various teams that he worked for, Phillies, the White Sox, some other ones, plus endorsements. And he also wasn't smart with his money. He set up a company after his playing career was over. He took out a $50 million loan, guaranteed it with his personal assets. That company went bankrupt. He lost $50 million. I'm a fan of Toni Braxton, a great musician, 7-time Grammy winner, sold more than 70 million records. And she not only went bankrupt once, but twice. Signed some bad record deals, had some bad management. So that's the point, that even if you make $1,000, 10,000, 100,000, $1 million, if you don't spend less than what you make, you could wind up in financial trouble. And here's some other people from popular culture that didn't go bankrupt, but they weren't smart with their money. And that's what we want you to be. We want you to be smart with whatever money that you're making. I'm sure you heard of Jessica Simpson. Obviously, she's a musician, reality TV and movie star, but she actually made most of her money from her clothing business. But during the Great Recession, and actually during COVID, when people weren't shopping too much, her company got in trouble. She also engaged in lavish spending. So her company got in trouble. She didn't go bankrupt, but at age 42, she had to ask her mother for money. And not only that, she has no working credit card. So we're going to talk about credit at some point. And, being responsible with your credit is one of the things we want to teach. I'm a huge fan of Johnny Depp and Nicolas Cage, great actors. They also earned a ton of money, but spent it foolishly. So here's Johnny Depp, he made $650 million over the course of his career through the various movies he's acted in, like Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands. But yet he felt the need to own 14 homes. He spent $30,000 a month on wine and even $3 million to blast the ashes of the late Hunter Thompson out of a cannon. So he got in trouble with the IRS, and make a long story short, he couldn't afford his lifestyle. Nicolas Cage didn't make quite as much money, but $150 million, I think all of us would love to make. He also owned a bunch of homes, 15, and even spent crazy money like $150,000 on an octopus. So he also is in trouble with the IRS and slowly working his way out of it. So that's a key point. Live within your means, and you'll have your money work for you instead of against you.